Hey everybody, welcome to Cheap Comic Collector. We're back. It's Monday, and today we are going through my comics from 1963. It's quite a stack, so we better get started.
Woo! Waking up fresh, it's a brand new day. Ooh, yeah. Comic books calling, let's go and play. Hey, hey. Cheap comic deals hitting all the spots. Woo-hoo! Flipping through pages, connecting the dots. Woo! Monday's the best, what can I say? Heroes and villains take the blues away. All right. Cheap comic finds, collector's delight. Woo-wee! Bright colors popping, feels so right. Yeah. Comic book Monday, let's get it straight. Cheap comic joy, don't make us wait. Flip those pages, dive in the fun. Hey. Comic book Monday has just begun. Woo! Stacks of issues, they're calling my name. Oh yeah. From Cape Crusaders to that web.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching today. Thanks for joining me. Um, Actually, just hit the wrong button, so sorry if you were enjoying that and I cut it short on you. But yeah, we do need to get going because there is quite a stack today. Um, so yeah, just wanted to say hi and thank you. Please leave a comment if you could. Push the like button, leave a comment. The comments help the algorithm quite a bit, and since I started this series, my viewership is basically tanking because there isn't that many comments coming on. Yeah, before this, I was doing the $2 claim sales, and we had lots of comments because people were claiming books. So I don't know if algorithm sees that as a downturn or not, but my viewership's definitely down. So if you're enjoying this, please leave a comment. Let me know, and more importantly, let YouTube know. Thank you guys, and we're gonna switch to the other camera and get going. All right, 1963 is the year. I've got my list queued up in my Great Comics database, so we're all set. This is Action Comics number 304. And on the flip side, we got 305. And here's some adventure. Also 304. Interesting. And here is number 310, but I have this one marked as being incomplete, so I'm gonna stick that over in the incomplete file once I verify. It does feel awfully thin. Yeah, that's only 24 pages. That means 12 pages are missing. 4, 8, 12. 3 centerfolds missing out of this one. Wow. So I'm actually going to leave that out of my list and put it into the incomplete file. That's quite a few pages to print out, but it is a crypto issue. But here's another adventure, 315. And then from the previous shows, we had number 313, so I'm going to slip that one in there. And by the way, if you notice that all the girls' faces are pink, it's because they are sick or something. It's not like somebody, colored in the faces or whatever. Here's a cool one: Adventures of Mighty Mouse. Gonna have to look that one up and gather some info on it. It's published by Gold Key. Wow, quite a few different Adventures of Mighty Mouse titles. One from St. John, one by Pines, one by Dell, one by Two of them by Gold Key. Let's see, this is Gold Key 1963. And during this run, Gold Key only did 5 issues. This is, before that, it was published by Dell, of course. Number 156 to 160 from 1962 to 1963. But what happened is they did continue publishing past then. They just changed the name to simply Mighty Mouse. So this is the last issue before the title change. And then it looks like it switched back to Adventures of Mighty Mouse like in the 1979 or something like that. So here's Amazing Spider-Man. It is, of course, a facsimile. First appearance of the Punisher. I think that's the first appearance of the Punisher. And I'm embarrassed to admit it, but I gotta look up Amazing Spider-Man for the details. No, that can't be right. I had issues before this. I didn't see them in my list. Let me go back. Amazing Spider-Man is not in my list. I hope I didn't lose too much information off of this list. Sometimes it doesn't save like it should. But I know we put earlier issues of Amazing Spider-Man. We had all those issues that I got from Captain Strangelove. No. Something's wrong. Amazing Spider-Man started in 1963. What am I thinking? This isn't this isn't even a 1963 comic. Why is it in here? They have it listed in the indicia as a 1963 title because it started in 1963. And I, like a moron, I wrote that on the sticker. So gonna have to look that up and see what year that's supposed to be. Can't believe I did that. What was I thinking? Just going through the motions, I guess. So 129 would have been 1974. So that will get relocated. Then we have The Adventures of the Jaguar. We're going to slip in there if that was from a previous show. And Archie's Girls, Betty and Veronica, number 87. Betty's playing with voodoo dolls. And here's Archie's Pals and Gals, I guess. It could be Archie Giant series, but I think it's Archie's Pals and Gals. All right. Let's see. Archie's Pals and Gals started in 1952, went to 1991. Must have been like published as a quarterly, perhaps, if they were only up to issue 24 in 1963. 1952 to 1991. Said that. 224 issues before it changed. This is number 24. And then we have Avengers number 8 facsimile. And then we have Cave Kids number 2 from 1963. Cave Kids were basically based on the Flintstones and Barbera. Don't know if there was ever actually a Cave Kids cartoon or not. If there was, I'm not familiar with it. I know there was like Pebbles and Bam Bam, of course. And Cave Kids, published by Gold Key, went 1963 to 1967. And they had 16 issues. This is number 2. I've recently been told that I have a very calming voice. and that I put people to sleep. Not in a bad way, but because my voice is calming. I talk low and so forth. That people are falling asleep during my friends are falling asleep during my videos. So, uh, Joe, this is for you. I feel like I need to like put off an air horn. All right, Christmas Parade by Gold Key, number one, 1963. So Gold Key did try to kind of continue what Dell was doing. And with continuing to do giants and so forth, but they didn't actually last very long doing those kind of books, I don't believe. Oh, I take it back. They had quite a few of them. I just see the Dell ones more often, I guess. They actually had 9 issues of Christmas Parade for Gold Key. So they went 1963 to 1972. Dell also had 9 issues, so I don't know if they're reprints, if all they did was reprint them or what. I'm not sure. This is number one. The back cover just does the pinup thing as the front cover. So, got Ludwig van der Reyck on there. And here is a Dr. Solar Man of the Atom. This is number 12. And the Donald Duck, number 89. A rare Disney cover to have word balloons on the cover. And we're going to slip Duncan Lou in there from a previous show. And we have a Fantastic Four King Size Special, so the annual. And of course, it's a facsimile of number 6. And the original run of Fantastic Four annuals lasted 27 issues. Went from 1963 to 1994. And that means this also has the wrong year on it. I put in 1963 because that's what it said in the small print. It is a lie. That's this year the series started. This one actually from 1968. So that one's going to get relocated. First Kiss. It's from Charlton, number 32. 1957 to 1965, this one ran. And started with a #1 and had 40 issues. One of those rare Charlton comics that had a beginning and an end and didn't continue from something else or continue into something else. There's a beautiful House of Mystery from DC Comics. And apparently this is my earliest one. I don't think I have a whole lot of them. But it's not in the list yet, so gotta look it up. 1951 to 1983. And that did run quite a while. And #1 through 321. This is 138. And, I don't have a sticker on this one. I better check the year just to make sure here. Nope, 1963. All right, I think that's a good one to leave on top. So we're gonna start a new pile here. Ooh, some more early Justice League of Americas. #12. I'm not sure this is 1963 because it doesn't match up with what else I already have written down. This is 1962. Yeah, this one's 1962. I got it in the wrong year, so that belongs in the last episode. Relocate that one. But here is #17. I believe that's correct. And #24. Got a little lotta. Ooh, little lotta. Pirate Comics #62. So this would have been considered a movie classic or movie comics as far as Overstreet is concerned, but it doesn't say that anywhere on it. So we're going to list it as The Miracle of the White Stallion, which was a Disney movie. And is actually, I mean, I guess it would be considered boring by today's standards, but it's a very well done movie. It's very good, actually, which you wouldn't expect it to be. It sounds boring, but it is. And let's see, we don't even have that one in a bag, for crying out loud. Crying out loud. Gotta fix that. Probably didn't have anything available that would fit it at the time. And I don't know if I do now either, quite honestly. No, it won't fit in that one. It's gold key. I must probably need a golden age bag. I think I'm out of boards, so I'll have to do without one for now. Yep, needed a golden age bag for a silver age comic. And we're going to slip Modeling with Millie into there. And we have an Our Army at War. This is number 133. And previously we had a 134. August, September, so it's a monthly. But I'm not going to actually put those together in the same bag because it wouldn't match up in the course of the year once I get them all. Does that make sense? I'm optimistic. Richie Rich, dollars and cents. Oh. And once we get into the Richie Riches, we are going to have a lot of looking up to do and a lot of Richie Rich to look at. Especially in the 70s. And let's see, dollars and cents started in 1963, went to 1982. Not a bad run. Had 109 issues. Excuse me. And this is number 2. Giant sized. And we got a Sad Sack, 139. And it looks like by this point they dropped comics off of the cover. Here's 141. And we got a Sad Sack Laugh special that we got earlier. Strange Adventures, number 152. Nice. That's a great cover. And I'm just going to check the year on this one real quick because I have number 200 listed in that title. Which would have been quite a bit later than this one. So apparently probably have the 200 in the wrong year. I don't know where it is at the moment. Apparently I'm not very good at this. I keep messing up, right? Submarine Attack from Charlton, but we'll keep going. Gotta get done. From Charlton. They like to attack at Charlton. They like that word. Uh, 1958 to 1966. And went from number 11 to 11 to 54. Before that, it was called Speed Demons. This is number 41. And you know how, I mean, if I was in a submarine in a nice, I don't know if it's stuffy down there or whatever, but I would probably fall asleep. We don't want that to happen. Sue and Sally Smith, Flying Nurses. So they could keep me awake. From Charlton, I would imagine that they did not have a whole lot of issues. Sue and Sally. Previous titled My Secret Life. And they actually first appeared in the last issue of My Secret Life. And then they changed the title to this. They took over the whole book. Published 1962 to 1963. And they had a few issues. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 issues. Number 48 to 54. Here's a Superboy. Pete Ross cover. Number 106. And we're going to slip that Superman's girlfriend Lois Lane in there that we looked at earlier. Here is Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen, missing a bit of the top corner there, and somebody taped it, but 'tis what it is. Number 69. Here is number 71 that we saw earlier. And here's a number 73. And again, I have a couple of later ones in the list. I wonder if, as comics have been coming in, I put them in the wrong list. I might have done that. Here we have Treasure Chest. Now this, I'm interested in this title. This is an interesting title. If you've never picked one up, you never quite know what's going to be in there, other than the serial Chuck White is usually in there. Expertly drawn. And let me just look up. Let me pull Treasure Chest up here. Wow, no title called Treasure Chest. What? They have Treasure Chest Special Edition, Summer Edition, Treasure Chest of Fun and Fact. That's what this is. Treasure Chest of Fun and Fact is the actual title. And it had a whopping 496 issues. Went from 1946 to 1972. Publisher was I don't know how to say that. It's a guy's name, George Pflaum, Pflaum. I'm gonna go with Pflaum. And they did not have consecutive numbering. They actually went by volumes. So that's going to make doing these a little bit difficult. This is a wraparound cover. And there's Chuck White that I was talking about. Bye. They had all kinds of different styles in here. It was all usually very top-notch stuff. And they're good reads. This is volume 18, number 14 in 1963. So I guess the question is, how many issues were in a volume? Volume 1 was 6 issues. But volume 2 had went up to number 29. So volume 2, number 1, volume 2. Volume 2 had 20 issues. Volume 3 had 20 issues. So And it wasn't published during the summer because it was distributed through schools, I believe. So so the volumes may change over time. Went up to volume 27, number 8. That's going to be a messy listing until I have most of them. And that one needs a sticker. I'm just going to put the year on there because I don't quite know how I want to do that yet. We got Turok, Son of Stone, number 35. Great painted cover. And that appears to be my earliest Turok as well. Cool key. Was Turok strictly gold key or did it start at Dell? No, it went on later to be Valiant and Dynamite and so forth, but it did start at Dell. Okay. Thought maybe it did. So I actually had a couple issues of 4-color when it started. And then Dell published it 1956 to 1962. And the numbering goes from 3 to 29 from Dell. And then when Gold Key got a hold of it, it went from 1962 to 1982. And they published issue number 30 to 130. This is number 33. But hold on, it says numbering continues after 130 with Turok, Son of Stone, unknown publisher, number 131 in 2016. What is that? Printing of the Turok 131 that was finished but never published when Gold Key stopped publishing comics. It was only a print run of 12 issues. According to the picture, it's got a Whitman label on it. Covers black and white. And there's only 12 copies out there. That's interesting. Wonder who did that. Dell Comic Voyage to the Deep. And This is published 1962 to 1964. And it had 4 issues. This is number 2. And so when Dell lost all the licenses to Goldkey, they would come up with, they did quite a few short-lived titles that seemed to be designed to replace the titles they previously had. Like they replaced Lassie with Lad, a dog, which we saw last time. This one, Voyage to the Deep, was probably meant, at least title-wise, to replace like Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea or something like that. Maybe. I don't know. The timing may be off on that, but that'd be my best guess. The Grand Comics Database says this series features the adventures of the submarine Proteus, led by Captain Duke Peters and Admiral Jonathan Lay. They were pitted against an unknown and powerful science fiction enemy. The premise is very reminiscent of the early Total War book. So there you have it. And then we have a few Walt Disney's comics and stories. This is number 268. Number 269. Can I combine those two? This is February, so this should be January. Ooh, that one's in. Got a big rip right down the middle. Yep, January, February. So this one, these can be combined. We're gonna use the board. Put this bag. Oh, that board will not fit in this bag. So I guess we will go back to this one. And then we have another one. This one has no sticker. According to the number on the back, it's number 271, but we're going to double check that. Yep, 271, 1963. And here's 273. And 274. And 275. So those should be able to go together as well. Right, because we had 268 C9, 76 263, so 274, 275. Yes. And here's 276. Actually, I have quite a few of this year. But that is the last one. Then we go into some World's Finest, number 137. Lex Luthor on the cover. Bondage cover 2, Batman and Robin have their hands tied. Here's 138, Secret of the Captured Caveman. And let's see, this is November, December, so these can go together. And that actually lets me use this board for the previous Walt Disney's Comics and Stories that I did not have the board for. Or not that one, the one you do the double one. Here we go. Next I'm going to have to break down and buy some boards. Oh, well, I still have all those comics in the garage I can steal bags and boards off of. Those are just going to get bulked out anyway. But those will be mostly all modern boards then. All right, we have X-Men number 1. It is, of course, a facsimile. Before they became uncanny, they were just X-Men. Oh man, you know how many titles there's going to be with X-Men in the title? A lot, I bet. 18 pages with X-Men in the title. This is going to take a little searching. There it is. 1963 to 1981, 141 issues before they became uncanny. How many do you have? I've got one so far. I know there's more. And then lastly, but not leastly, we have Yogi Bear. Or maybe it is leastly. It says it's incomplete. Oh, darn it. Well, I don't want to list that one if it's incomplete, because otherwise, if I have the opportunity to buy one, I might end up missing. Oh, that's very incomplete and very ripped up, damaged twice. So, might be just missing the back cover though, other than the big humongous rips in it, and plus the chunk of that page. So, yeah, that one's in poor condition. Gonna put that in the incomplete pile. And so that will do it, right? That's 1963 in a snapshot, as far as I can tell. Anyway, and see where we are time-wise here. Almost an hour. Holy cow. Okay. So I will put these in the correct order off camera. Thanks for watching, everybody. Time to wake up. Time to wake up. And I will see you soon. Goodbye.
The trumpets shout and the trombone glide. I found my crew on this crazy ride. Turns his wounds wail like a midnight train. Thank you, super friends, you keep me sane. Oh, thank you, super friends. You've got my back through the twists and bends, in a world that spins and never ends. Thank you, super friends. The drummer kicks with the thunder's beat. We march together, no retreat. The bass walks steady, the piano plays. You light my nights and brighten my days. Through storms and sun, through highs and lows, you're the rhythm that my heartbeat knows. We're a symphony, a jazzy blend. Forever grateful, my super friends. Oh, thank you, super friends. You got my back through the twists and bends, in a world that spins and never ends. Thank you, super friends. The band plays on, the spotlight gleams. We're chasing